starting this whole sermon series with this subject because in order to understand who we are and why we are here, you first have to believe in, accept, and understand eternity. That's a simple thing to do, okay? The dictionary describes eternity as having no beginning and no end. As human beings, one of the hardest things for us to honestly comprehend is eternity, mainly because everything from the beginning of our lives to the end of our lives, including our lives themselves, has a beginning and an end. Always a starting point and a finishing point. We live our entire lives dictated by what we know as the Gregorian calendar. Our calendar, which is based solely on the rotation of our planet around the sun, for the most part dictates exactly when we are to do that which is to be done in our lives. We also have our clocks based on the same principle and serving the same purpose. This is what makes it subconsciously hard to understand eternity. Our minds see everything as having a beginning and an end. When we think of eternity, it's often easier for us to think of the forward version of eternity than the backward version of eternity. It can sometimes even be personally satisfying for us to think of something lasting forever. It's also easier for us to think of something lasting forever than realistically existing forever. First thing we have to do to understand who we are and why we are here is to teach our brains to accept eternity as a reality, in spite of what our natural conscience may be fighting with us to believe. Believing in eternity makes it simpler to understanding the reason for human existence. I don't have any advice on how to believe in eternity. You just have to find your own way to program your mind on how to believe in eternity. I don't know how I've come to accept eternity as a reality. I just do, and you can too. Second, you have to accept that consciousness always has a location. Ask any scientist or philosopher and they'll agree this is very important to remember for future sermons. And third, in order to understand who we are and why we're here, you have to believe in God. Because if you believe we are here by chance, then I personally don't see any scientific or unscientific explanation for you for who we are and why we're here, and my explanation won't help much. But remember, as much as you rely on and believe in science or natural evolution to explain human existence, they can never give you the answer to the question, what is the meaning of life? And without the answer to the question of what is the meaning of life, how do you answer the question of who are we and why are we here? If you believe that life has matter and life has meaning, and you should, logically creation and existence would have to have intelligent design behind it. Do you really believe that life with matter and meaning was created by chance? It's just very difficult for me to logically equate matter and meaning of life to just chance and not an intelligent being or deity with a plan and a reason. The only explanation I can give to the question of who we are and why we are here is through the existence of God. So my guess is non-believers are just SOL on the subject. But if you don't believe in God, I would love to hear your explanation of who we are and why we're here. To believe that all things were created by chance, including our souls, and not by intelligent design, is devaluing your soul. To not believe in God and intelligent design, and simply to believe in chance and just evolution, is the belief that there is an end to all things, including all the souls that ever existed. Where is the matter and meaning and purpose to all that we do as a species if there is an inevitable end? God, intelligent design, and eternity for our souls are the most logical explanation of the reason and purpose for our existence. That is, who we are and why we are here. This also puts meaning and value on us as human beings in this universe. I like to be open-minded and hear all theories on this subject and many other subjects, and of course the scientific ones. To me, any other explanation of our existence, that is, who we are and why we are here, is just fictional literature. It is illogical for me to believe that existence and creation have nothing to do with intelligent design and came into reality solely by chance. Maybe it's because I believe that life does have meaning and matter, and you should too. It's good for your soul to believe in eternity. It gives your existence value. Without any meaning or matter, without a plan or a definition, our lives have no reason to exist or be here. There's a reason why that of all the things that exist in our vast universe, we're the only thing that exists at our level of cognitive thinking and intellect. I just cannot believe that intelligence and cognitive thinking came into existence by chance and not by and through intelligent design. For those who believe in the writings of the Bible as factual literature, as I do, here are just a few things that the good book says about eternity. One of my personal favorites is found in Paul's second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verses 17 through chapter 5, verses 1. For this light momentary affliction is preparing for us an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison, as we look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. For we know that if the tent that is our earthly home is destroyed, we have a building from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. Paul's just saying that all the crap that our souls have to deal with in these bodies, in this life on earth, is nothing compared to our eternal lives in our new eternal bodies. That we should not just focus our attention on this life, but also on our eternal lives as well. In the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 2, Paul tells the church of Colossia, "Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth." He's talking about their eternal lives. Focus on the soul's eternal existence while it is here on earth. John in his book, chapter 12, verse 25, gets a bit harsh with his words. He says that he that loves his life shall lose it, and he who hates his life in this world shall keep it to life eternal. John's just saying in his own way that if all you care about is yourself in this life, you might not make it to eternity. But if you're selfless in this world, and you see and understand eternity in all of its glory, that is, you hate the crap of this world and live a life focused on eternity, chances are your soul will live forever. And finally, the great author Luke says in the 12th chapter of his book, verses 29 through 31, "And do not seek what you are to eat and what you are to drink, nor be worried, for the nations of the world seek after these things. Father knows that you need them. Instead, seek his kingdom, and these things will be added to you. Simply put, believe in eternity and live your life accordingly. Your needs will be provided for you while you're here on earth. Stick with the sermon series, and I will, with the help of the Holy Spirit, try to explain the answer to the question, who are we and why are we here? Possibly in ways that you've never heard it explained before.